Hello, welcome back. Now, following on from last week's chat all about protein, I had quite a few messages on my Instagram asking how best to take protein powders or to increase protein because, don't know about you, it can be just a bit dull drinking a protein shake each day, even worse if you don't like the taste. So here are a few of my speediest and most delicious ways of adding more protein into your diet. And you can use a range of different things. I've got here bone broth powder that I talked about, and this one may surprise you because I have in my oven some pizza. Now, how does pizza become high protein? So what you can do is, if you're making pizza or you're adding to a pizza, is put some protein powder into the tomato sauce. So you can use it. You can either put it into the base if you're making a base, or you can add it into the tomato sauce. So there you go. Easy, simple hack. Something like bone broth powder, really good for that. You can add it to so many different things. Something else that I add bone broth powder to actually is bolognese sauce. Got some here. So anything really that you're cooking that's sauce based, like a soup for example, or a curry or a bolognese sauce, anything like that, you can really add in the protein, and honestly you don't even know it's there. And you can also add other things, obviously chicken, prawns, you know, bit of minced beef, you can chuck that onto a pizza, anything really just to boost up the protein intake. Adding a chopped up hard-boiled egg into all sorts of things, salads for example, sandwiches, anything to make the food a little bit more nutritious and a bit more delicious. So yeah, so bone broth and protein powders can be your best friends. I also go for things that do say high protein. Sometimes they're a bit commercial, not too sure about this one. It says less sugar, still quite a lot of sugar, but yeah, it has got more protein in it. So if my kids particularly want a higher protein breakfast cereal, I do try and get them to eat eggs first. It's not always possible, so therefore, you know, you can make a slightly healthier choice. And for something a bit sweeter, you can also add protein powder into things like energy balls. Again, we've got lots of recipes for these deliciousnesses on Earle Wellbeing. Super easy to make. You just blitz all the ingredients together and roll them into little balls. You can cover them in things like coconut, ground almonds, cocoa powder, and you have a really fantastically healthy snack to hand. And then to up the protein content, you just need to add a scoop of your favourite protein powder. Mix that in with the rest of your ingredients and off you go. So really easy. And of course, if you're using things like ground nuts, I use a lot of ground almonds in my cooking, then you're really going to increase the protein content as well. Probably best to use an unflavoured powder, but you know, vanilla powders, chocolate flavoured powders, that might also work really well depending on your recipe for a sweet treat. Talking of sweet treats, not just for savoury things, protein powder is a great way for adding into baked goodies like muffins or cookies. I would also recommend adding it to a pancake batter, and then you can obviously top that with whatever you like. Antioxidant-rich berries, they're naturally lower in sugar than most fruits, and of course you've got all the lovely anthocyanins coming from the purple skins. So again, a really good way to make something that could be considered quite unhealthy and spike your glycemic load, like a pancake, into something healthier because you've made the base protein rich and then you're adding on some extra goodness as well. And in fact, breakfast is a really easy way, of course, to increase your protein intake because you can fuel up on eggs. You can even add a scoop of protein powder into your porridge if you're a porridge eater, and then again, you know, you can add whatever toppings you enjoy, nuts, seeds, berries, of course. Honestly, the list really is endless when you start to get going. So I would love to hear if you have any recipes that you can share. How do you use protein shakes? How do you use powders, bone broth, all of that? Do let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you here next time.